So we're back at Central today, coming off the good win last week against Monash. Really want to keep that momentum going into the game against St Bernard's, a good side who played a lot of A-grade footy over the last couple of years. Were thereabouts last year and have really regrouped again for a big crack at it this year. So we knew we were up for a really big challenge. Our first quarter, the standard of the game was quite high, and St Bernard's were quite clinical and clean around the stoppages, which gave their forwards, they had a couple of key targets down forward, plenty of opportunities, and to their credit, they took the most of those opportunities. So we went down in quarters. At quarter time, a few goals down, and we probably had to reassess a few things and really threw it back on the playing group to what they wanted to get out of the game, and to really learn something and find something out about themselves. After that, the second, third quarters, were quite good, relatively even. We managed to kick a couple of goals. Connor Dixon was probably our multiple goal scorer for the day. I think he kicked 2 out of the 5 goals. So our pressure around the contest, our endeavour, our effort was, quite good for those couple of quarters. And then we set ourselves in the last quarter to really, finish off well and maybe even win the quarter of footy. We definitely had our chances. I think we ended up kicking 1 goal 4 for the last quarter, but just made a few mistakes, whether that by a skill error or not kicking to the right spot, or just dropping chest marks in our forward 50, and at this level you really can't do that. The opposition side will make you pay, and St Bernard's did that a number of times. It seemed like we worked really hard, and just 1 or 2 things let us down, and unfortunately St Bernard's made the most of those opportunities and ended up really good winners on the day. For us, there was a really good spread of young guys that did some really good stuff. Aidan Brand Oliver was quite good throughout the midfield. Joshy Mullin continued his excellent season by probably winning possession after possession, and Tom Warby, who has taken on the leadership role this year, was really quite good across halfback and then also through the midfield. So we regrouped. We've had a pretty strong 6 weeks, probably played the top 4 already. So we take plenty out of that. We learn plenty. Guys have got some experience now, and we look forward to the biggest day outside of finals for the club with the Founders Day game next week against Caulfield, who have played a little bit of footy over the last couple of years. So look forward to seeing all the Not a Faithful and Central Reserve in the black, white and blue next week. So get down early, and look forward to seeing you there.